Well, hello there again, friends and family. So good to see you today. And you might notice we're in the truck. Yep, we're all piled into Blackie. And we're going to take a little bitty drive. We ain't going that far because we're sort of curious about something today, and it's Sunday. Memorial Day weekend. You know, well, Memorial Day will be Monday. But we're going to take a little ride. And we're going to do something just to get out of the house, and something that we used to do when I was a youngin' with my parents. Of course, when we didn't have much money and that, it was just something nice to do. You know what? It never costs anything to dream or to wish. Yeah, and what we're going to do today sort of has something to do with that there dreaming and wishing. Just like back in the day when Mom and Daddy would round all our kids up, pack us in the car, and off we'd go. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. You, me, and little old Blackie on a beautiful, bright blue, clear, sunny day. It's currently, in the shade that is, about 74. Out there in that sun, it's rather toasty, as they say. And there's a lot of people out and about for a Sunday afternoon out in rural Alabama. Woo, but everything's all nice and green, and a little bit of different weather. It hasn't rained in the last few days, so we're starting to dry out a little bit. That's always a good thing too. And like I say, we're not going to go far. Of course, you're going to see up here on the right, there's Larry Melvin's restaurant, and it's always jammed after church. The man can cook, I'll give him that. Yep, it's just good old southern down home cooking. Larry's been around for a long time. Used to cook at the hotel. Of course, the hotel is history now. And maybe on another day, if y'all drop by, we'll go over and look and see what the progress is in our downtown area. It might be quite surprising if you remember the last time I took you to the downtown area, back when they were considering tearing down the Hotel Talisman. Well, I would have thought this barbecue place would have been open today. Right here, Maypops. But nope, it's closed. They got some pretty fine barbecue. A little pricey, but it's yummy. Now there's some things we're going to try to look at. I think we'll look at those tomorrow though. So this might give you an idea of what we're up to today on such a beautiful day. It's light breeze. You can probably see the trees all gliding in the wind. Look at all them American flags out there. Yeah, they're ready for Memorial Day. God bless them. I'll be putting out the flag tomorrow too. Surely I will. She's a little bit old and a little tattered, but she's going to fly tomorrow. I don't leave her out like I used to. Nope. We ain't got too much farther to go for those of you who get impatient. And I know it's probably a little difficult hearing on Mr. Tom, because you got the wind noise and the truck noise. You know, this truck is older than most of the last 3 generations. It's going on, what, 28 years old now? I can't kick her. She's been a good one. The other one's, what, 27 years old? Woo! kids ain't much older than my vehicles. But yep, we just wanted to get out of the house. We really didn't want to do anything strenuous today. And just enjoy life. Look at that fresh baled hay over there. All the pecan trees are all fully leafed out, and yeah, they've actually bloomed now. And since there was not a late enough frost to bother them, it looks like we're going to have a real big pecan crop this year, especially if the rains hold out. They're saying we're going to be wetter than normal. Well, we're coming up here to where we wanted to do a little bit of investigating and do a little bit of gandering. And yeah, it's this little country car lot right here. It's called Low Cost Cars. And I have purchased a few vehicles from them in times gone by, and they've always turned out, for what they were, to be pretty good vehicles. So we're gonna head on in here and see what they got. Because I mean, the only thing I got running good is Blackie. My other truck runs, but it's missing on a cylinder, and of course we all know the Ford Focus has got terminal transmission problems. And that's all tied up in a class action lawsuit with Ford Motor Company. Of course, they make you run through all kinds of different hoops and hurdles before they'll actually do something with the vehicle, which we are currently in progress with. But hey, let's jump out and see what they got here. You never know, we might find a real gem and a bargain too. But at least we ain't got to worry about anybody bothering us while we look. Well, there you are, friends and family. So glad you could come along with us. Yep, well, we're going to head on down here and take a look at these here nice fine vehicles at Low Cost Cars here on Highway 14 north of Tallahassee, Alabama, in case you're looking for a good vehicle. And let's see what they got on hand. Yeah, like I say, I bought 3 here before. Always turned out fine. He normally keeps the prices on most of them, but I'm seeing probably if I see something I like, might have to come chat with them probably Tuesday, since tomorrow is Labor Day. But yeah, let's take a look around. Don't cost nothing to look. Like I said, don't cost nothing to dream and wish. It's just our time, and we got plenty of that, don't we? Well, I don't need a big old truck, so I'm not too interested in those. Really don't need a Mustang anymore, though as you know, I've owned many Mustangs and I truly do love them. He doesn't got a lot of big selection here, but I still wanted to drop by because you just never know. Yeah, and there's a nice Lexus SUV. Oh, here's a little Mazda MPV. Yeah, it's sort of kind of like a minivan and sort of kind of not. And let's see, how much does he want for the little Mazda? It's actually a big Mazda, and it's gonna have some imperfections. You know, the paint's a little bit fading. But let's see. Oh, only 99,000 miles, $4,900. Yeah, like I say, the paint leaves something to be desired, you know. Wonder if we can look inside. Oh, we can't. Well, it smells good. Actually, the interior isn't all that bad. Even though I said, you know, I'd never be caught dead in a minivan. Of course, this isn't a minivan. This is sort of an in-between. I think MPV stands for multi-purpose vehicle. And only 99,000 miles. I'm not sure what year it is. And like I say, you're gonna see this where the paint's peeling off. Like I care. I don't. And it's a local vehicle, well, local to the south, Columbus, Georgia. And I've owned a Mazda or two, and they've always turned out to be fine vehicles. And of course, you can put that seat down here in the back, haul you a bunch of stuff. Sort of like a pickup truck. This side actually looks a whole lot better. Tires don't look in bad shape. You know, of course, have to drive it. Check it all out. You never know. Hey, the kitty crew would love it. And look at all the room I'd have for all of you, my friends and family. Woo, we'd have a pile of room for all of you. I mean, my Lord. You can get at least 8 people in this thing. Now, virtually, you can get 80,000. Yeah, it's not bad. And I don't know what year it is. Yeah, headlights got some issues. But it's only $4,900. If the air works, that'd be a plus. And now we got another vehicle over here. It's got a cracked windshield. Headlights are faded, doesn't be cleaned up. It's a Toyota. Yep. Got a broken door handle. Yep. This one's actually in sadder shape. See, like right there, you can see that screen is all broken. This one's had a rough life. Of course, I'm not really into minivans, so. Even though they can come in handy as a hauler or a work vehicle, you know. And normally he's got a lot more selection than he does right now. Here's a 2007 Lexus for $6,900. It's one of those, not really an SUV, it's more of a crossover. Oh yeah, got the leather interior. It's got this dash pad, which covering up the dash for whatever reason. Yeah. It actually don't look all that bad. It's got one of them there moon roofs or sun roofs. Don't know how many miles. It's black. And now one thing I'll give them credit for here is normally all the vehicles I ever bought from, the air conditioning worked. Got a big old trailer hitch on it there. That's a plus. Not so shabby. Now the paint's got chips, dings, stuff of that nature. And of course now, since they're digital dashes, you can't tell how many miles is on it. And I would suspect fairly high mileage. But you never know. That other one, that little MPV over there, was only 99,000. Of course, I don't know what year that was. And that. Here's another nice pickup truck. Ooh, got a big old brush guard on it. Nissan. Nah, got a tire going low. I mean, it'd make like a good work truck. Of course, I don't plan on working much. I'm sure this one's high mileage too. Just, you can tell by wear and tear on the upholstery. That don't mean it might not be a good vehicle. Got a cracked windshield. Not sure what year this is or the price. I'm really not looking into a truck. So yeah, I just wanted to stop by here, take a look at what he had and that, because like I say, I bought 3 vehicles from him. And they've all worked out, and they've been fairly economical, you know. But all the ones here, the only one I'd really even consider is this little MPV. Yeah, and I'm thinking it's got a trailer hitch too. Look at that. Man, that's like a suburbanite truck. I think even that there third seat comes out, but you can take that slap out. And overall, other than the paint issues, looks pretty good if it drives out good. Has cold air. But no more than what it is, it's a possibility. That's what all things are in life, possibility. And you just got to keep looking, keep checking. But I got my little Blackie. She's doing fine. She got us all here, didn't she? Well, let's pile all on in. That's all we were doing, was we were come looking. And a little ride today, just to get out of the house. And you can see over there across the field, they got that place all cut. Look at all them round bells. Woo! Hay is super expensive anymore. I've seen those round bells going for $250, $300. Back when I farmed, you pick them up for $15, $20. Now granted, that was 20, 30 years ago. Hey, let's get on all back in Blackie here. Head her down the road, see what else we can see today. What do you say? Okay, y'all all sit down, quit bickering between yourselves about who sits where and who sits on whose lap and who gets in the back of the truck. Hey, we're all here. I do got some water on hand and everything. And we're gonna take a little ride on the way back and that. Okay? There's a car that pulled in back behind me. I guess they're gonna look over one of the vehicles too. We're just gonna take the back way back to the house. And I know it wasn't much, but we never wanted it to be much. I was just sort of curious if he had anything I might like in a used vehicle. Not that I was actually considering buying one right now, but you never know when a deal comes up, and I've been looking, because you don't find the bargains and the deals by not looking. But I haven't given up on the Focus yet, and of course, like I say, the Focus is all wrapped up in a class action lawsuit. They all are. Why? For persistent, chronic transmission issues with that 6-speed automatic transmission. And Ford did settle it, but you know, they don't make it easy for you to get anything out of them and that. And of course, they've got several options they can do. They can go ahead and finally agree to bring it back and try to fix it at a dealer. Of course, from what I understand, that'll take anywhere from 6 months or more. And if they don't want to do that, they can go ahead and make you a cash offer to buy the vehicle back. And all that's based on how old the vehicle is. Of course, mine is 10 years old. And it's got to go through arbitration. Yep. Got to go through arbitration and get all that negotiated. And then they'll make an offer, which, yeah, it's a 10-year-old car. And it's basically, what choice do you got? You know, if they make you an offer of 2, 3, 4,000, whatever. Since it's already said and done and a judge has ordered it, and that's what your options are. I mean, I guess, you know, if you had money, you could try to sue them again. Of course, I bet, you know, that wouldn't work out well. But it looks like it's clouding up some, but they say, based on the forecast, we're not supposed to see rain anytime over the next 7 to 10 days either. But we're in that there summertime pattern, you know, where just any moment you can have a pop-up shower. Oh, look at that. Over there on the right, you can see some cows doing a rather unusual thing. Or so you would think. They're actually eating grass. So, those cows are actually grass-fed cows. Imagine that. That means they're way more yummy and far better for you. Or so everybody thinks. Don't get me started on the grass-fed. But it's just a pleasant day. And if you can, it don't cost a whole lot to go out and take a short ride. I mean, this is going to be less than an hour. In all truth, it's going to cost me, about a gallon or 2 of gas. And for the enjoyment I'm getting out of it, along with all of y'all, seeing the flowers, you know, and the greenery and the blue sky and the puffy clouds. Yeah, for, you know, probably less than $7, it's pretty cheap entertainment in my mind. Plus, I like to get out and see how everybody's doing around where I live. See what's going on. Whew. We weren't paying attention there. In that curve, Blackie like to got off on the shoulder. Sometimes she's got a mind of her own. Yeah. But I'll take any day like this, especially after that accident I had, that freak accident that almost took my life. And when I say almost, it was, you know, we're talking minutes of taking it, not hours. It gives you a whole appreciation of the simpler things in life. Yeah. I already appreciated the simpler things in life, but I'm going to tell you what, that little ordeal and the corresponding time and surgeries and everything in the hospital made me all the more appreciative of every little thing in life. Surely it did. There's somebody coming out with his big old mower. Been mowing the sides of the roads. And we're just coming down the back side here. We've been down this road many a times. This is Macedonia. And we're now heading south on Macedonia. We'll come into our place from the back way. From around back of the cemetery even. Yeah, where I get a lot of my kitties from. People sneak in there on the back road behind the cemetery and drop off the animals they no longer want. As sad as that is a true fact. That's pretty much how I acquired all the kitties I've ever had. They've all been drop-offs, castaways that people no longer wanted, didn't want to care for, take care of their needs, and mostly, like the ones you see I've got now, they had special needs, like little Gracie, Lily-Bit. God, I miss that little Lily-Bit. Of course, Gracie's really trying hard here of late. Gracie wasn't much of a love bug prior to Lily-Bit's passing. But boy, she's really become a love bug since I was gone to the hospital. And she was there at the house all by beside herself. since I got back, once she figured out it was me and got over the fact that, you know, I had a new friend, that hose and oxygen concentrator and tank, and figured all that out, she has been a little love bug in her own right. But they're all different. I can't say she's like Lilybit, because she's not. She's her own personality. It's sort of like people are. We're all different. Yes, we are. And I really think we should all embrace the difference in people, as we also embrace the difference in places, cities and towns. They all got their good, and they all got their bad. I don't care where you live. I don't care what country you live in, what city, county, or state. We all have the bad, and we all have the good. And if we got bad, we should be coming up with ways to improve it and make it better, don't you think? But no, we just want our government and somebody else to deal with it. And maybe that's why we're where we're at as a civilization, I think. But I'm going to get off my soapbox and just enjoy our ride. And when you're out here on these country roads, and I'm going to be doing more of this, I'm not sure whether I'll bring y'all along. There's some nice American flags put out. But as we ride, you never know when there'll be a nice used vehicle sitting out in one of these yards for sale. Now, I have bought one or two over my lifetime from sitting out in a yard that turned out to be just jam up, very nice, dependable, and economical vehicles that I would have never got or even known about unless I was out here driving through the countryside. Now, with all of you, my friends and family, I'm enjoying myself whether y'all are or not. And if you're new to the channel or ain't been here long, you know, I sort of do what I like when I like. So you'll never know what you're going to see. Like today, we ain't took a ride in quite some time to show you how everything looks here in the deep south of Alabama. As you can see, it's all nice and green. Hopefully it's all nice and green and pleasant wherever you are, all around this big wide world. I can hope that it is. And this is a little winding road, and as you can see, the traffic's not too bad. I think we've seen 3 vehicles since we turned on it. I think totally since we left the car lot, we've seen like 4. Of course, now Highway 14 by the car lot had more traffic, but that's a main state highway. Now we on the back roads. I mean, there's only a few reasons why you need to be out here. Either you live here, or you know somebody that lives here, or you're going somewhere around here. Or you're like me, you're just out having a nice countryside drive. Yep. That's what we're doing. And I'm enjoying every bone-jarring, shaking part of it. The one thing about old Blackie, yeah, she's not smooth. She's a little bit rough on the ride sometimes. But in a way, that's a good way. Because it sort of loosens up those bones and those joints. And I got a person behind me that's a little bit probably perturbed. Little old man ain't going as fast as he wants. We're going to turn right here so he can get on with his life. Over here by the junkyard. That's probably where the Focus is going to end up, if I had to guess. Finish out our days there, or some other yard somewhere in America. If I settle out with Ford, then they can go wherever they want it, take it. Just have to wait to see. It's no hurry up process on their part. Of course, just one little old man and against a great big corporation. Isn't that how it always is? And you know, even though we all would like to believe David always beats Goliath, in real life, that's just not always the way it is it? But every once in a while, David does beat Goliath. Yeah, we're not far from the little white cottage under the oaks, as you can see. Yeah, that was an enjoyable little ride. And you know, I thought, well, maybe we might find something interesting, but we didn't. But you never know until you go. And you always got to be careful pulling into the drive, because the kiddies, like Mr. Gray when I first whipped in there, he just sprawled out in the driveway waiting on Papa Tom to come home. Yep, and now here we are. And I don't know about you, but I could use a cold drink and maybe a snack. So hey, before we go and say goodbye, let's go up on the front porch and chat a minute, okay? Well, there you have it. On this fine Sunday before Memorial Day 2023, we took a little ride, checked out some used cars at the car lot, and didn't find anything we're really all too thrilled about getting. I may give him a call Tuesday and just see what he wants for that little MPV. Says 4,900. And you know, just for kicks and grins and giggles, I may run up there Tuesday and take it for a little test drive. I mean, it's a multi-purpose vehicle, so I guess it's not actually a minivan. And you know, you take out that back seat, it can come in real handy for picking up things for the house whenever I can, you know, start remodeling and updating it, you know, some year in the future. You got to plan ahead. Of course, I do got 2 trucks, but in all honesty, if I can get something that's got air again and a little bit less rough around the bones, I'd do it. And I'm still going to be looking, because you know what? There's a bargain right around the corner. Well, there won't be if you're not looking. But I can get by for now. And I'm not complaining. I know a lot of people that are friends of mine that they complain more about my current situation than I do. Yeah. But that's all what life is. You know, you got to play the hand that's dealt you the best you can. And that's what I'm doing. So, I do hope you enjoyed the ride. Checking on a few used vehicles. And I do hope you're enjoying your Memorial Day weekend, wherever you may be, all around this great world and nation of ours. And remember the reason for it. To, you know, honor those who've fallen, you know, to secure our freedom. And it's just not only America's. And it's just not only the America that was involved. It's many countries around the world. And I'm not sure they have Memorial Days or not. Maybe you'll let me know in the comments below the video. Because I know there's a lot of you in other countries too that watch old Mr. Tom and the Kitty Crew. So hey, I've run my mouth enough. I need to get on in, get us all some cold drinks and some snacks. I do got some bean dip, Philly cream cheese, burritos. I think I might have some Tostitos left, and we got Oreos and milk. You're more than welcome to. So hey, until the Kitty Crew, you know them all. Spooky, Speedy, Cleo, old Mr. Gray, little Gracie, and sometimes Heathcliff too. See you on that next video. Y'all take care. Stay safe out there. And may God bless you as you have blessed those in your life. Goodbye for now. It's beautiful out here. A light breeze, birds are singing. Yeah, as long as you're in the shade, it's downright tolerable. At least that's what the kiddies think. What you think, Mr. Gray? Spooky? Now, I see you over there chilling in the shade. Yeah, I think I'll grab me a little bit of that there cool southern iced tea. We'll come on over there and lay down with y'all. What do you think? I think that'd be a good idea. You know, maybe spread out a quilt. I haven't done that in years. But we used to do that when we were younger, right? Yeah, that's an idea. One whose time may have come back again. For now, later all.